Hey, this picture reminds me of the Bolshevik Revolution in Russia and also the French Revolution. And it's typical symbol of a revolution in which the proletariat or the poor folks, the farming, the peasants, the homeless, the poor join together to smash the government. Now, in the French and the Russian revolutions, the Bolshevik, they were envious. They were saying that hey, the king who has, we don't have a chance of becoming a king, and through this family, they pass it down the line, and they have all this privilege and all this money and everything else. And they only studying the big shot friends in themselves. So they said, we need to change that. We need to look for everybody else. But you know what? As the French would say, with all the changes, things remain the same. Because now with the revolutions and in France and in Germany, and in Russia, the so-called proletariat now have become the bourgeoisie, which they try to overthrow, and they're giving themselves the same big life that the king and others wanted. But now, of course, anybody could stand a chance, or some people, not everybody, belong to the secret society against your country. You get a chance straight up. And so the question is, has the world learned from these revolutions? Oh, but no, you're gonna have a second revolution now. It's gonna be overthrowing the proletariat that became bourgeois, you know. And so you have it in the Middle East. They call it the Spring Revolution, which is nearly the same because they're overthrowing the established boys now because they think they're fat and they have everything and so on. Mubarak had billions of dollars and so on and so forth. And the Middle East is different, of course, because these are dictators, and that's what you need over there. You can't put some little democratic little idiot in there because they're gonna bite him up soon, and can't control things, and you have a big problem and messing your hand. Fellas not learned yet. They're still keeping tinkering with it. But the bottom line, though, is this: how these revolutions are on the horizon, and simply because governments have created them for themselves. I mean, they neglected these folks big times now. Of course, things have changed from the Middle Ages now, in which education is now widespread, healthcare, and a whole bunch of other things that they hope that would sort of mitigate against what had fomented those revolutions in the past. But it still remains that these politicians are fat cats and they fix themselves up with their friends and so on. And the people in the street getting, upset. They're saying that, this thing needs to stop. So these politicians themselves have kind of engendered the same stuff and come to bite them up eventually. Now they're listening to them instead of being daddies and tell people, what is prudent and what has been the wisdom of the ages. They join with them in any crazy thing they come up with. Man want to marry man and girl want to marry girl and man want to smoke weed and man want to kill and be freed and, real all kind of stupidness and it's saying like, oops. But you know what happened though? Eventually these people who are doing all this stuff who are becoming more evil, these are the people gonna show up where they live with they ain't gonna come with no hammer, no axe and no saw and no pitchfork. They come up with them latest guns, them AKs and them nice little whatever, and they're gonna have even bombs too because they know how to make that stuff because some of them were trained to do that stuff. And I would have hoped that these politicians would have said, "Listen, listen, people, we hear you. We hear you want to do this kind of thing, right? But look, man, this thing has been proven to be a problem. We can't encourage you with that now. And those of you who it's not gonna hurt anybody else and so forth, keep it private and go away, man. But I can't say that's the law of the land because they don't make sense. And nothing's no science really back it up except that stupidness you be coming to be it, forget what you learned in school and talking crazy all along. That ain't gonna fly because eventually you're gonna discover that you got no way you're frustrated now you want to come and shoot up my place, right? There's a white thing that politicians be doing it, but they're just playing just like the crazy people in the street. And they were playing crazy. And there's gonna be a little smoke and dust, and then next thing you know, there's confusion because nobody's prepared to take on that kind of juggernaut that them boys trying to fix up and all that stuff. So, it's amazing to see how society goes in circles. You had the royals, the bourgeois, and then the proletariat overthrow them, and then they become just like the bourgeois, like the royals. They want the kids to have the best school and the best food and the best everything else. When they promised especially the Russian Revolution, they promised everybody's going to be equal. You know, and the Cuban Revolution, they're talking how oh, he had Animal Farm about that same Bolshevik Revolution, which is sure that everybody would be equal. But then they start getting the kids nice clothes and nice food and tell them, well, you see, we are the intelligentsia. We have to run stuff and we need strength and good nutrition so we can run stuff. but it's just straight plain play the game of the bourgeois, just like the royals, man. That's what it is. People is always to get to the comprom and start getting crazy and doing stupid stuff, you know. But anyway, the impending revolution, man, is going to be interesting. I know it's going to end, so I'm getting forward to that. I'm not getting excited with it, period. I'm looking for my Jesus to come. That's all I'm interested in, man. I don't care what people do, because you try to show them different, they're going to bite you, and then politicians are also going to paralyze you. So the best thing is just stay out and let me see how things going to go, man.